Hello everyone, this is Paula and I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm having a very busy day and I wanted to stop and let you see the two travelers notebooks that I've been working on. And as a matter of fact, all that needs to be done to them is them decorated. Now, I wanted these not to be traditional, so their colors are not traditional, but they are Christmas. And so this is the first one, and I hope you guys love it as much as I do. And yeah, I'm going to turn it sideways so you can get a good look at it. So this is, I believe it's the Santa. No, it's not Santa Baby. It's by Prima, the paper on the front. And then we've got glittery paper and sequins and rhinestones. It's stitched. There's fabric. There's glittery paper. And yeah, there's lace here. It's all stitched onto the journal, and here is a big flower that I put a white poinsettia on and put out some pale pink leaves up each side, and I used a white seam binding. Okay, and these have beautiful, beautiful beads. You can see them glisten. Okay, and then on the back, you can see the silver design and the pink, white, and kind of a silvery gray branch of some sort. So I'm going to take this off, and you can zoom in if you would like on this. But the first thing I want to do, I'm sorry for the glare, I just can't hardly seem to help it. This is the second one. It's a pale pink check, as you can see there. Has some little baby poinsettia kind of like pink lace that's pretty wide, that's underneath. And here is snowflakes. Silvery snowflakes, little beads in the center of these little poinsettias. Some gems that go across here and this beautiful wreath. Yeah, it's just beautiful. And I matted it. And then here is the pink flower, and I just put a big pearl in the middle, pearl button. And I forgot to show you on the other one. Here you can see the back. And these have the same beads, okay? Now, they also have lace. There's 4 different types of lace on both of them. They both will have the white seam binding also. There's one lace, 2, 3, and 4. So, there's 4 different laces on the edges that were stitched on, not glued on. And so we are ready to decorate. Now, I will tell you right up front, I don't have a lot of decorating that I'm going to do in the book, because let's do the white one, or the closer to white. And I was going to tell you the paper. The paper is, let me get the pad here. It is by Prima. Santa Baby. So yeah, just has some beautiful stuff in it. So when you get inside here, you'll see where I stitched. There's a lot of avocado paper, and I stitched little Christmas trees. And then all the tea stain paper has Christmas trees. And then there's just all kinds of goodness inside here. There's 20 sheets, which really, you're really supposed to put 15. in a traveler's notebook, but hey, I did what I wanted. Anyway, so yes, and this is the center. Oh, I also put snowflakes on this one, on the other side here. So that's the inside of this one. These beads are gonna clang through the whole thing. I'm sorry. First thing we're gonna do here, we're just gonna decorate the one. The other one is gonna have the same ephemera, pretty much, except it's more Santa based. This one's just, you know, flower and ornaments and a little bit of bling. Pink doily that I had in my stash. Some really pretty pink trim with eyelash, iridescent type eyelash trim. And then we have some small pockets, and we've got, with these little flowers here, little shaker envelope, although they're not moving right now, but they will. It says you are magical inside. So that's fun. And then it has a little book, Holiday Wishes, with this trim. And it also has just some cut-offs from making everything. And here is one of the Christmas tags that I made the other day. Now, it does have red on it, but that's okay. I wanted to put one of these in here for the recipient. And so it has a little bird right here too. But this is the one that was the closest to being pastel. Okay, and then we're going to have this little bag in here. The most wonderful time of the year. Okay, and then I just did up a sweet little envelope. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And these were the puffy stickers that came with the kit, so I figured they'd be cute together. And here we have, this is a big library pocket. So I just collaged it with music sheet across the top here, across the top here, and just inked around it very lightly with some pale pink, and stamped some little Christmas images on some tickets, Santa and the sleigh, stapled those on the front, and just did it very simple. Now, these can be dolled up as we go along if we decide to. I also had this inside the library pocket right here, but we may move it because I don't know if I like it in there. I haven't decided. Okay? All right. And then, of course, we have several little pockets. So let's get started. Let me make sure you guys can see. I want to make sure I'm in the right spot. You know how that is. I'm going to move right here, so I know to stay kind of up. I'm going to move this out of the way. I have stuff everywhere, you guys. I don't know what's pink from red and green. But, okay, so let's get started on this one. Now, I always like to put the library pocket in the front. The only thing is, it's kind of got a yellow tinge, but I think all of this goodness of, I did not want to ink because this is so white and I liked it being just clean and fresh, but I decided to add a little bit of ink on here, and I'm gonna see if I can't get this to be a little pinker. This Victorian, what is the name of this? Velvet, Victorian velvet. Is, you have to work to get any color on anything that you use it on. It feels like it's not got ink in it all the time. And I re-inked it. I hardly had used it to start with. And so, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead. I think I want to put a doily in here somewhere behind it. That might jazz it up a little bit. Now, I've got some cute little doilies. I don't know if we can use the whole thing. This one has, I don't know if you can see, it has some little design in the middle. It is bigger than what you would normally use in this situation. But I think what I'm going to do is kind of cut it off or fold it under or something right there. Now, I'm not going to do a lot of gluing down with this doily because I just want to make sure I've got it the right size first. So a little bit shorter. All right, there we go. And I'm just going to cut straight across. Now you have to remember that when you have a traveler's notebook, you can't go crazy with the decorating. Now I know I do the monthly kit with Lynette over at Cheaply Chic, and I go crazy, and my whole thing with that is just to fill it full. I mean, there's no rules when I do that, but need a little bit of rules when you're making it for somebody else, right? So I'm going to put Fabri-Tac behind it here, just in the middle. Okay, not anywhere else, because I don't want it. I might put just a little bit where it goes up into the spine area. I think it'll look prettier without all the chaotic parts of, let me cut this little part off. Now, I have been keeping my hands clean. I don't think I've ever made a white journal before, or traveler's notebook. I may have made a pink one once upon a time, but I don't think I have ever made one that, you know, was as light as this one. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue because I want to make sure all these little parts are down. And, yeah, I don't want it sticking up or flipping up anywhere. I always like to put my pocket in the front. So we're just going to kind of center it between, it's so big that I kind of brought it up higher than I do normally. So, okay, I'm going to lift this up for a minute. Excuse me, I got that so crooked, and we don't want it crooked, right? So let's get it back down here. I didn't notice it at first, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, that's crooked. So let's see if I can get it straight now. Now that I've got the doily up. Yeah, that's better. But now you can see a little bit down through there. But I can fix that. I have the technology. I'll just put some lace or something. I don't know. We'll see. What do we want to do? Nope, I don't want to do that. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it right now. I do have some pale pink that if we don't like that part, we can cover it up. I'll think on it. I'm not going to worry about it because it's not that big a deal. And then here is the little pocket. And here is the little tag. Now you can add more things inside this pocket. It's a good size pocket. I'm not sure I'm liking that color on the little tag. I put it on both of them, so I'm going to think on that. So as we go along here, I want you to know, like I said, I'm not going to go crazy decorating it. We're going to put in a few pockets. and a bag. And I have to decide, okay, where do I want to put what, you know? So we got a sweet doily here too. So let's start off by putting a pocket right here. Now, because this is the book it is, I wanted to kind of doll it up a bit. So I think I'm going to put this little pocket here. Now, as you notice, the pockets are small. And I'm thinking right now in my head, oh my goodness, I hope I didn't make these, you know, the wrong size. I'm trying to find the tags that I made a minute ago. Not those. I cut out some, I think this is it. Oh, it is. I didn't get them finished. They're not finished yet. I'm going to stitch around them. But I want to make sure... Got to really go thin with the glue so that we don't have any... I'm turning my fan off above me so that it doesn't dry the glue as I put it on. So this is a really sweet little village that came out of the paper kit. The check is not in the paper kit. I'm sorry. That's from my stash. And so I'm going to do a little tiny line. I don't want them to not be able to fit in here. Okay, I don't know if you notice or not, but they have a little design on each corner. And I put another opposite color kind of thing on for the... design on the pockets. Now, like I said, I'm going to let these dry before I try putting tags in them. If these tags I've made do not fit, I'll make smaller ones. Hey, we can always make things work, right? Okay, there's one. I just kind of got to check because I'm just curious. I think it's going to be perfect. Okay, so then we're going to go along, and I'm looking at what I've got. I've got one that has snowflakes on it. I like this right here, but I don't want to cover up my, this is some tracing paper or vellum, however you want to call it. I think I'm going to do it right here with the snowflakes because we have a snow scene on this vintage idea book. Trying to go thin. So I'm going to be doing an art journal for myself and working on it ever so often. I may use parts of it as design team projects when it's time for me to do that. But I want to be able to do whatever I want in the book. And I'll bring that out and show it in a separate video. I'm going to get the book all ready first, and then I'll do it in a separate video. I'm looking for my wipey. But I guess I don't have one out. But now I do. When you get glue on your hands, you just gotta get it off. Okay. Now, we got a little bit of dropping hair and everything else on my project. Okay. All right. I don't want... You know, if you have glue around your pockets, they will stick to your other pages. And so I don't want that to happen. So I'm just kind of cleaning it off a little bit. All right. Now, if it sticks while we're over somewhere else, I think it's going to be fine. Move this out of the way. All right. And now we're going to move along. Where we want to put the next one. How about right in here? This would be pretty, wouldn't it? Okay, so we have 2 more pockets. I want to put the other 2. I want to put these 2 over on the other side, but we have, do you know what? I put that on there sideways, but I can do it. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I just thought I did. But I forgot to ink this. I was going to ink around these little pockets a little bit, but not everything is getting inked because I really like that crisp, clean look on this book. But, you know, on the pockets I want them to not blend in with the page. Now, this is going to be a bigger pocket. It's a side pocket. And there will be 2 of these on the journal. I'm going to do like this right here too. Got a little bit much. I'm going to turn this. I tell you, my Fabri-Tac has been stringy this last week. I don't know what its problem is. It needs to straighten up. Okay, here we go. I did add the 25 on here because it was just a portion with poinsettias that I thought was pretty. So I decided, hey, I want to put that on here. 25 for Christmas Day. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we're going to flip over to this side. And right here, I'm going to put this pocket on this pink. That looks really pretty. And so let's do that. Let me wipe off. The tip is so grungy. I wipe it about every other time because it gets so messy. Okay, now we will have some of the journaling cards from this paper pad in the book. Each book kind of has a little bit of a different style. The other one, like I told you, I'm doing more Santa. This side is more Christmas flowers and that sort of thing. All right. Okay, now we're going to keep going over here. Let's find one more pocket place. I kind of like it to be in a place that's, you know, pretty. Let's see. Don't want it there. How about we do it right there? I like it over here. And you never know, I might go back and add more, but really my goal is for this to be clean and simple. Now, if there's any, you know, thing left over, I'll send it and you guys can add more if you'd like. This can work as a December daily. The reason I say that is I have used one for a December daily before, but, and I've seen Gail do it. I've seen, you know, several people do it before. But if you're going to put a lot in it, you got to be clean with what you put in. Don't overthink it. Don't get too much, you know. Put just the right amount. Okay, so that's that portion. As we get right over here on this gray, I think I'm going to put this little card right here. Let me get a paper clip. I'm trying to see if I can find anything but gold, but no, there's one that's not is silver. I'm trying not to do gold in here. That doesn't mean, you know, I'll tie something on this to jazz that up. Now, I still need to put a journaling card inside there, and I should bring this out until I do that. Just thought of that. So I'm just going to set it right there for now. Okay, now we have the pockets in. We need to put in the bag. And I was thinking that we could put the bag here on the back. And it really looks pretty right there, doesn't it? Do we want to put it inside the stitches? Or I was thinking we could do another doily back here. And hopefully this time we do a better job at it, Paula. Okay. Sometimes you get doilies and they have these funky little tabs on them. Okay, so I'm going to just trim this off and put it right here, just like we did the other one. And actually, I got it a little long. Didn't quite cut it enough, so we'll just do it again. Now, on this, I'm going to also do like I did before and just do the middle. Okay. Now, I do want to go along where it's going to stick right here. There we go. It's funny, you think you're not going to get sticky, and then you still do. So I'm going to toss the doily here. Okay. Now, I'm going to leave the back where if you want to make another tag and stick in the back behind the bag, you can. I'm going to leave it up to the person who ends up with this journal. Okay. So right here, okay, so let's make this where it shows a little bit more. Then I'm just going to straighten it where it attaches. You know, I didn't think about it, but I just got glue on the front of my bag. Came off my finger. I didn't know I had glue on my finger. It's funny how you can get glue anywhere. Okay. With that doily back here, you might not be able to add anything else, so I wouldn't try. Just kind of FYI. As a matter of fact, in order to keep a person from accidentally tearing it, I think I'm going to go ahead and glue the bag right here. There we go. That way we don't accidentally try to add anything to it. So now we're going to see what we can come up with for the inside of the pockets. Now, I know this isn't a lot, but you have to realize if you want to keep it in a nice place, you know, you can't overstuff it. Now, if you don't care that it gets round and crazy like mine, then you can do whatever suits you. Okay, now I'm going to get some of the big journaling cards for that envelope. Let's see. Oh, that's pretty. The most wonderful time of the year. Ooh, pretty little Christmas. I think I want to use this one in and use this other one for the other book. Now, I got to trim this to fit inside our envelope. Where did my envelope go? Oh, it's back here. Or right in here somewhere. It didn't go too far back, I don't think. There it is. Nope. That's a bag inside. Okay, where did you go? I thought it was right before. Remember, I just kind of put it down and said I'll come back and get that. Huh. So the other one will have it has as many pieces and as many pages as this one. And, you know, it's going to be decorated real similar. So, because this is not as big, we've got to lose something, which, as good as those cookies look, yeah, we're going to have to lose the cookies. So, let me get my trimmer, and let me just trim this real quick. But I can make it look good. We may have a little portion of a little portion of a cookie up here, just barely. Let me make sure. Yeah, see, that's perfect. We'll save this for something. Now, on the back, we're going to have to glue on the back of this journaling card. Oh, this is so light. You could journal on the back of that. I think I'm going to leave that beautiful scene on the back. And, because if you use even a pink gel pen, it will be pretty. But you got to always remember, I love to use gel pens in my journal. And I love to use different colors that coordinate with the book. But you have to remember, you have to let it dry. And usually if you'll put a piece of vellum or tracing paper or something over it, or set it with your heat gun, you'll be happier in the long run. So here is first piece of ephemera. It's going inside, and we're going to put it over this page. Get our little, we need to add some lace. Let me get over here and see what I got. Got several pieces just kind of hanging out. But, you know, you have to have the right thing. Well, let's see what I have up here. I had brought over a bunch. I know there's not any inside my little... I'm looking for white. Most of this is cream. There's a white every now and then in here. How about... I've got some white flowers. We got to use those somewhere, right? So I don't have the white I want in there. So we will use some of the fibers. But I was looking to see if I had left any. Let's do the fibers. You know, there's some cute fibers in here. Like, look at these little pastel. Let me get them out. They're all tangled up with each other. Whoops, sorry. Hit the camera. So see, this is all different colors. I don't think that would look right there. So, still looking. Let's do, wonder what I did with that. There was a color I had earlier. Oh, the iridescent. Here it is right here. So I'm going to string some of it through the paper clip. Okay. And run it through here. All right. Cooperate. Crazy thing. Okay. I like to tie at the end of it, so you can see where it's at in the book and not have to do like me and hunt a million different places. So you want to tie a double knot, and sometimes if you've got fibers that won't stay in, you'll want to glue, but you just kind of need to see how they cooperate with you. whether they do or not. And sometimes I'll cut them the same length. Sometimes I'll cut them 2 different lengths. And this time I just kind of cut them. Didn't pay attention. So, there we go. And usually when you clip it in your book, yeah, there you go. That looks cute. I'm glad we decided to do that. The only thing about working with fibers is it gets everywhere. And see, I've got glue all over me. And it's distracting. Makes me crazy. Okay, so we know this is all glued nicely. So let's put it where it needs to go. How about in this pocket? It's kind of heavenly in there, isn't it? I'm not sticking it down to the very bottom so that it doesn't, yeah. So it, you know why I'm doing it. So that it doesn't make a difference there. Okay, now let's just get back toward the front. And we'll just start going through pocket by pocket. Here's this cute one. I think because that has got homes in it. Oh, these may be too big. Well, no. It's gonna fit. So let's just leave it right there because it's not too far down for now. Okay. And now let's go to the next pocket. We also have these. And inside these sacks, the folded sack, we're going to put journaling cards. But we need to ink all of them. Okay. So we're going to put one here, one on the other side, and so forth. Okay, here is another pocket. Now, I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. You know what? I think I'm going to put this shaker card inside this first pocket because I don't want to have to stick it down in here with all the gems on it. It wouldn't work great, you know? So here is this little tag. Now remember, I said this little tag has to be stitched, and we'll do the stitching off camera, but just so you know, it's going to get stitched. And I may run some kind of bling on there. You never know what I'll end up doing. But you can, on the back side, you definitely can journal. I added this this paper onto one of my tea stained tags. And so see, you'll have plenty of room back here to journal. Okay, now I'm going to put it right here, and hopefully I don't forget to, you know, come back and take care of it. It's cute like it is, so I don't think we have to worry too much about that. Now we have this, I was thinking about gluing it into the book, but we also have this other bag over here. So what I'll end up doing is putting journals, you know, and I may come back and put some lace. I think we could put some lace on the bags so that, yeah, that'll look cute. And look at that. I have glued this paper stuff down, and it's still, my needle is wanting to stick to me. I trimmed this is the bottom part of the bag, and it still wants this part to open back. I don't know why it's doing that. I glued it really well, I thought, but I must have missed it. Okay, and then we can just pull that out, see, and I'm going to put some lace across here, or something. Something's going across here. We'll just have to see. Well, again, I'm looking for lace. You know how that goes, right? I don't have, this bag doesn't have the right colors in it. And these are big pieces, which I have an idea for those. It doesn't have anything to do with, oh, here's some pink lace. We've got some pom-poms, but I think that will bulk up the book. So I kind of decided not to do that. But I also have some pretty small little doilies. Let's see what those do. Those will probably look really pretty on here. I don't have any mediums, but look at that. Isn't that pretty? So I'm going to trim it about like that. Then we're going to glue it onto the front of the bag. Now, when you do this, you're going to have a mess. And it will want to stick to everything if you put too much on here. So I'm going every other little circle. And we'll see how this works. Come on, come on, come on. You just kind of have to pull it to one side, just like that. Okay, now I'm going to get, where is my little glue? My little glue remover. Now, I'm trying to think, the last time I did this was in one of the other books I've made, and it worked out fine. Once it dries, it's perfect. And then we're going to put one on the other side, too, instead of putting journaling cards in there. Ooh, I like that. Now, if we wanted to, we could put, you know, some kind of decoration there, but we're going to leave it for now and think about what we want to do. Let me get another doily. I know there was more than one in there. For some reason, I thought I got out two, but I guess not. All right, I'm going to cut it the same size. So I'm just going to kind of measure it right here. There we go. Now we're going to flip over to this side and find the bag here. Now we're only doing this on the front part of the bag, okay? So we're not putting it on both sides of the bag. Just the front side. Okie doke. Gonna put it right here. Turn it around. Get it on here as centered as you can. There we go. Yeah, the other one I did, I had glue everywhere. I had to end up cleaning it all up, and I was frustrated when I was done. I wasn't on camera, so that was good. Okay, so I want to make sure that's not sticking down. I feel like it got a little bit of glue. Maybe not. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to do this other tag. We're going to put it in the back side of the book. I'm wondering, I'm thinking I want to put it in that big side pocket because I thought I saw it a second ago. I just don't remember where. Right here. Because it's kind of bulky and this pocket's bigger. So see, it can fit in there. It kind of, the thing about doing bulky stuff in your books when they're traveler's notebook, it does move the page around. And whenever you do this, see, it's already getting chunkier. And it doesn't take much to do that. And so, yeah. So that's where that's going to go. Let's see. Let's see what we got left. I think we'll do some journaling cards in some of the other pockets. Now this goes in here. I think I'm going to keep it in here, I decided. I've got it made up and it just looks fine. Okay, so we should have a total of 5 pockets, counting the big one and a bag. So I just don't want to miss any of those pockets getting goodies in them. This one will be stitched and decorated. And I think I might do one more similar to that, only with just a different kind of get up. Okay. I think this one's pretty. It's simple, but yet just perfect. All right, there's the pocket right there. I'm going to hold that for a second. Let's see. Just making sure what we got left. So we need a tag for back here. And we need a tag for right here. So let me get some more going here. So I'm thinking we should do a glittery tag. And let me see if I have more tags that size close by. Yeah, I do. How about we do a little bit smaller ones? Oh, those have a different shape, but there's 2. Now they are tea stained, so there's nothing I can do about that. So just FYI. And I also have some flashcards, but they're mini flashcards. If we need them, we'll go back to them. Okay, so this is how I did the other one. I just turned it over and drew around it with a pencil. And let's do one for the other book because we have the same amount of pockets. So we'll do 2 at the same time. And this will end up getting stitched as well, probably. Okay. So let's try those first. I'll go back and add little extra things in different areas. You know, because this is white and it's heavy, I may just use this as the tag because I think it'd be cleaner than using the other yellowy colored thing. Let me get up here. I missed that little line a little bit right there. And yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. And you know what? I may put some white seam binding. Oh, that looks cute. Definitely how it's going to be. Yeah, I like how this is. I should have done that with the other ones. Because see, also, it doesn't bulk up your book as bad when you don't double the tag. So, just FYI, if you're doing a traveler's notebook, this is much better as far as I'm going to try to see if I can see this, so I can punch it in the right spot. Oh shoot, I forgot to put a circle there. Let me see how far in I need to go. It's hard to know if you're getting center or not with this thing. Oh, not too bad, right? Okay. Let's throw these little pieces away. Toss the rest. No way. Keep those little, or anything big enough to make something, right? Now on these, I'm thinking I don't want to ink them. And I'm trying to think, what do we want to... We don't really have to do any kind of decorating on them, but look at that lace. Looks pretty on there. I don't think I have more of that. This is all coming out of my scraps, right? Here's another one that's cute. Yeah, let's do those. See, it doesn't take much to doll it up, right? Okay, and what we'll do is we'll put the glue down. We'll do a strip of glue, and then just like that, and then down this side a little bit so that it holds the whole thing down nicely. I had never used this before. I used it I didn't use it on this book, but I used it on the other book. So maybe we'll put this one in this book. That way we get a little bit of all different kinds of lace. I stay sticky. I feel like, you know, I'll be sticky when I'm working on it. When I'm done, I'm sticky. Surprised I don't show up with all kinds of sticky stuff all over me. Okay. So there's that. And then let's glue this one. So this one is going to go right here in this pocket. Now, yes, whoops. It's what you get when you have a glass mat. This is going to need to dry a little bit right here. So we'll leave that open while we work on this one. I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm going to end up putting, like I said, some seam binding on the top of these. Whoops, let's do like this. Okay. Always like to look and figure out which is the right side, and it's hard. It's really hard to tell. I'm sure you've realized that yourself once upon a time. So, Charlie and Lucy and Mama and Daddy didn't get to come last week, but I was sad, and I know Charlie was, because they're still trying to figure out how to get down here. They're bringing I told you before, my big country table. Kenny made his mother-in-law a big country table, and I'm very excited about it. Okay, so I'm going to try to trim this without getting it all over the scissors. Okay, right there. So you will get whatever is left on the journaling cards. And now I think we should do that again, because that worked out great. And let's find one. This has a pale pink on the back, and I think that that's what we should do on this one. Now, that bag is bigger, so what I'm thinking is doing let me trim a little bit off. So what I'm thinking, I haven't even been watching time. So after we do this tag, I bet we're done. I just thought about it. Okay, so we're going to trim a little bit more of this off. Let's make it at 2 3/4. And we're going to make it taller because we do have, you know, some room. I just don't know how much. Let's see how tall we can actually go. I'm going to put it over here for a second. Okay, right here. Now, instead of doing, let's go ahead and cut out one for the other book too. You know, might as well, right? Let's get the height first. And I'm right here cutting. I'm sorry if you can't see. It's kind of hard. Okay, there we go. Now, what I think we're going to do with this one is, you could round the corners and all that jazz, but I think I'm going to do the same corners that I did on the pockets. And I'm going to do it on all 4 corners, just for a change. And probably, I'm trying to think if I want to put anything at all on this tag, because sometimes, for some reason, it's giving me a hard time here. Plus, I'm not strong enough. There we go. And then we want to poke a hole in that one as well. So, try to get that all nice and centered. Okay. I always try to see. Not perfectly center, is it? Let's just go over and get a little bit on the other side. We'll make it a little bit bigger. And that's all. That's okay. These little things get stuck up in your, inside the item there. There plugs it up. Okay, guys. Whew. We are definitely out of time. So what I'm going to do, that's not the right lace. Oh, I know what I want to do. Look at this ruffle. It's adorable. Maybe I want to put part of it on here. I don't know. I stitched it and got it ready for the next book. I'm thinking of doing a 3rd journal. It won't be with this group. It'll be probably another group of 2. If I have time before my surgery. That's my plan. Oh, I know what I wanted to put on there, and I just remembered. These little flowers are so stinking cute. I think I'm going to glue 3 of them on here. I just want to make sure I have them in the right spot. Right here. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. The next time you see these books, they will be for a flip through. But they're a little ways behind some other videos. So, I'm just trying to get everything done in order so that everybody has an equal opportunity to snatch them up. Okay, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, give me a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.